I'd like to welcome everybody to the 2016 annual meeting of the Cumberland County Historical Society. It's wonderful to see such a great turnout. My name's Chris Thenikel. I'm the president this year, and we have a lot to cover, but I just want to say how glad I am you're here, and I think you're going to enjoy a very interesting evening. And I know Jason wanted to do a little talk beforehand, kind of giving you an update on what we've been doing this year. It's been a very active year.
Can you hear me in the back? Okay. Linda, man, how are we doing? Can you hear me? We've got a great crowd tonight. I think our numbers are pushing 140. Isn't that wonderful? Hence the rearrangement of where we are, and I apologize for those way in the back. I'll try to articulate what's on the screen here so you can kind of follow my presentation. I was asked to give a little bit of a year in review for the Cumberland County Historical Society. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Jason Illari, and I've been with the Historical Society for about 3 years. And I was talking with Pat Strickler. It's hard to believe it's been 3 years. But we are very grateful that you're here with us, and I hope you enjoy this lightning round year in review. I've got a lot of slides, and I need to move through it pretty quickly. If I could turn on the clicker. Everybody's favorite, capital projects. I only have about 25, 30 slides related to this. So again, this is going to be a little bit of a lightning round. If you have any questions, we can chat after the meeting. And if you see anything here you wanted me to speak more about, I'd be happy to one-on-one discuss things with you. But this year we were able to work through our Access Through History plan. And the highlight of this plan was, of course, the demolition completed at 5 North Pitt Street. The hallmark of the plan was the vision for this new space, what we're calling our Community Pocket Park. And I'm happy to report that we did, with your help, reach our $250,000 fundraising goal. Yes, we got a round of applause for that. One of the things we were able to do also with the Access History Plan was install new garden spaces in our entranceways at Pitt Street and on High Street. And thank you to David Bowers for his design and hard work on that project. This was not related to the Access History Plan, but as a capital project, I wanted to call out the 2 Mile House Committee, and they raised needed funds for the 2 Mile House. Repairs at the house, including new flashing, and the roof was just painted. We were also able to restore the small raised planter that you see in this picture. I don't know if you folks in the back can see it, but this is a view that would be looking kind of toward where the Giant is now on Walnut Bottom Road. The Kmart would be a little bit to the right. And there's a little planter there, and I think a bird feeder that was there originally. Nice little project. Education, programming, exhibits. This is all a year in review. So remember, this is what we've done this year. 1960s exhibit opened in March. The G.B. Stewart History Workshop numbers were trending up since we opened September 2015. Matthew March, our education curator. This is a photo of Matthew hosting a tie-dye class in the history workshop. We served over 100 classes this year, which is pretty remarkable. And we also hosted 75 campers at our history camp at the 2 Mile House. We launched our Read Architectural Lectures series, and over 100 people were in attendance to hear Wendy Pyries speak on mid-century modern architecture in Carlisle. If you missed that talk, you can go to the Historical Society's new YouTube page and see it online with her presentation. Our mid-century modern architecture tour was a hit. Thank you to David Smith and the planning committee. A special thanks to Ginny Springen for participating in that tour. Where's Kim? Kim was involved very much so with our Seven Livelies exhibit in Todd Hall this summer. And just recently, another programming item, we hosted 200 folks at our biennial Indian School Conference, Carlisle Journeys, headlined by Billy Mills, 1964 Olympic gold medalist. In case you're wondering what Billy looks like, there he is. Publications, research, and collections. Are you getting feedback? Am I too loud?
No, perfect. Good.
234 copies of David Smith Babes in the Woods history were sold this year. It's just fabulous. We received a series of collections from the Sentinel. Is Gary Atkinson here? Hey, Gary. This particular collection spanned 1988 to 2010. This new acquisition pushes the Historical Society's photograph collection to over 3 million photographic images. You imagine how much cataloging and research we have to do with this new collection, but it's well worth it. We're also we were donated the Allen Berry Playhouse collection, 1949 to 2015. Includes playbills, scrapbooks, minutes, reviews, press releases, actor headshots, promotional photographs as well. We also received a wonderful donation of 9 paintings from the Civic Club of Carlisle. Dee Fenton, can you raise your hand and be acknowledged for helping facilitate that? Round of applause for that. Wonderful paintings. Ruth Anderson paintings, Esther Groom paintings, a whole series of paintings that we're so delighted to have now as part of the permanent collection. I just wanted to mention this as another publication we're involved with. Pretty soon, hitting the mailbox is going to be the 2016 annual journal, Cumberland County History. So keep that on your radar in the mail. Outreach and community engagement. So these are the things where we start to forget about. We launched a new website this summer. We also launched the Gardner Digital Library. You're going to hear more about that later. We also opened the Gardner Digital Library exhibit on May 19th. Now we get a little bit in the weeds here with statistics, but bear with me. Since May, there have been 2,752 visits, not including those from CCHS, from 43 countries visiting the Gardner Digital Initiative. 2,256 have been from the United States, with PA making up most of the visits. In total, visitors have visited almost 8,000 pages on the Gardner Digital Initiative. This is since May. We partner with the Pennsylvania Humanities Council, who awarded the Historical Society a significant grant to launch its Heart and Soul project. Lindsay, where are you? Lindsay Hope? Hi. And the long and short of this, it's a humanities-based storytelling initiative working alongside quite closely with the Gardner Project. And Lindsay can explain a little bit more about this project if you'd like. And we can't forget about the first legacy lunch at the 2 Mile House. This is a wonderful, intimate way for legacy givers to meet and greet in an informal setting. It was a nice cool day, I believe. It was, Dave, I think it was probably in the 70s, shaded. No? Our Golf Classic, History of Healthcare in Cumberland County. Regretfully, Paul and Lois Hope couldn't be with us, but I wanted to thank Paul for all the hard work he does with the planning committee on the golf tournament. Of course, I believe Bob is in the room, and thank you, Bob, for all of your hard work. Okay, so you can imagine I'm pulling this together for the evening. And here we go. These are other things we did this year. Jeff Wood History Series, Block Party, Perry County Bus Tours. Oh, we did a McLean Festival this year. Our Moorfield Poetry Reading, our West Watt Smith presentations, Sweeney Genealogy Series. It goes on and on and on and on. American Craft Week activities, Midway Bowling Night. We renovated sections of our second floor in our High Street building. The Cumberland Room Kitchen got a new floor and painting. Our Wednesdays and Winter programming, First Friday participation. Of course, planning for this annual dinner. Shop book signings, Harvest of the Arts participation. History workshop trick or treat, first night hosting. We launched, you'll hear maybe more about it, the Gardner Photo Identification Initiative. Our e-commerce store got an upgrade. Okay, that's enough. So we've accomplished quite a bit. I've got 4 slides and then we can have dinner. I'd like to talk a little bit about, I'm not going to end on this note, but I really need to mention this. We are in need of help to repair our annex on High Street. We've been kicking the proverbial can for a while, and now the board has decided that we can't do that any longer. I'm not going to throw out figures and scare everyone, but basically, if you're in the Historical Society parking lot, you'll see the end of our building here. The gable part of the building is separating from the roof line. And the engineers and architects have told us you can't put it off anymore. And so we've done some things that we took some of the weight off of the building so that we don't have the weight anymore. But literally in this space right here, you can almost stick your hand through the building. And it's become a challenge. On that note, a good segue to something more positive. We want to thank the Hirsch family. The Hirsch family, who many of you know, very much involved with textile research and publications in years past. They have sponsored March 2017's launch of our Samplers Up Close and Personal exhibit. And of course, you'll be invited for that opening of that exhibit. The other thing on the horizon, our museum committee is planning to make some upgrades in the museum space on the second floor. Usually about every 10, 15 years, museums are looking to sort of refresh things. And so we're kind of at that point in time. We're working with the museum committee. We're not tearing down walls or putting in skylights or anything like that. But we realize we want to enhance the visitor experience in the museum a little bit more. And that involves perhaps new labeling, a new visitor flow through the museum. It could involve some objects that have come out of storage and maybe been in storage for a little bit too long. So keep your eye out for that. And we are going to have sponsorship opportunities available for different sections in the museum we want to upgrade. And I'll end with this. How many of our families look like this? Deb Sweeney. Where's Deb Sweeney? Oh, way in the back. We are in the process of partnering with AHEC to host a major regional, if not nationally significant, family history conference in Cumberland County in October 2017 with assistance from Dickinson and the Visitors Bureau. This is going to be a major event. We hope to attract nationally known speakers. We have probably, in terms of family research, between the college, Dickinson College, and the Historical Society, AHEC, and their archives, some of the prime facilities for family history research in the region. And we believe that as the Carlisle Journeys, our Indian School conference is every other year, perhaps we can create a family history conference that falls on those other years. And so Deb Sweeney in the back is helping us spearhead this initiative. And that's all I've got. I want to say thank you to everyone here, to our membership, and to our supporters.